Hello everybody, this is Shobhit Walia and today we will talk about service lifetime with respect to dependency injection in .NET Core. So today we will discuss about the singleton, scoped and transient. Although these are the simple topic, but most of the time it's very confusing and it's not easy to understand the difference in these three. So with the help of this demo, in this demo you can see the difference. So let's get started with the demo. So basically what I have done over here is I have created a classes. I have created three classes: scoped, singleton and transient, and in each and every classes I have set as a constructor, and in the constructor I just put a console.writeLine statement so that we can easily understand that where this constructor called. So this is the constructor, and where we have another method, process method. I haven't given any implementation over here, so that's why I'm just throwing null not implemented exception. Although also I have created an interface and I have implemented the interface over here. In the same way I have created three classes. The singleton is there and the transient is there. The text is different in the constructor, right? And the three interfaces are there. So let me quickly open the interface. So inside the interface we have only one method, which is a process method, and there is no implementation of this process method in all the three classes, right? So these are the classes and the interfaces which we have created. And so what I did over here in .NET Core, we have a startup.cs file. So in the startup.cs file I have registered the dependencies. So in the configure service method we have a way to register a service dependency. So here I have put this as a singleton, so because since this is a singleton class, and this, for scoped class I have set as scoped, and for the transient class I have set as transient. So this is the changes which I did in startup.cs file. Now moved on to the controller. So since this is a web application, so I have a controller over here. So the controller is weather forecast controller. This is a default controller. I have removed the template code, so I just add some lines so that we can easily understand the functionality of this. So basically what I did over here is I created a get method. Inside the get method I just calling with the help of service provider, right? This is the service provider dependency I am passing over here, and with the help of service provider I'm asking for this scoped class, I'm asking for the type of the scoped service. So here you can see I'm asking for 2 times, right? And the same way I'm asking for the singleton service, and the same way I'm asking for the transient service. So here one thing you have noticed, that for the scope part I am asking for 2 times, and the singleton I'm asking for 2 times, but in the transient I'm asking for 3 times, right? And the request has been ended right now. Okay, so we need to figure it out what should be the output of this, right? So whenever a service, we call the service method, it will ask for the object. So whenever object is returned, a constructor will call, right? So scoped constructor will call. So since this is, we are calling this, so constructor will call first time, and again we are calling this, so constructor will call, right? So let me quickly show you what should be the output. So with the help of this output you can easily understand the difference in these three. Okay, so I just need to try it out over here. Okay, so I just tried out. Okay, so here, but you can see over here, these are the output, right? So if you look into the code, so in the code I am asking for, let's talk about scoped one. So in the case of scoped one, each and every time, for every request, a single instance will be created, right? For the scoped one, only a single instance will be created for a request. So I have created a request over here. So in that case you can see I'm asking for 2 times, right? Scoped service, this is for 2 times, but in the output you will see only one constructor call, right? So here you can see scoped class constructor call. This is only for the first time, right? And in this singleton is basically a common object for complete life cycle of an application. So whenever application start and very first time you call the service, so only one instance will be in the memory, and it will be keep forever in the memory until unless you close the application. So the same way I am asking a singleton object, so constructor will call in this time, and I'm asking again the constructor singleton, so it will not create any constructor over here, it will just simply return the previous one. So in this case only one constructor call will be there. So here in the output you can see that only one constructor call is there, singleton class constructor, right? Talking about transient one, so in the transient case you can see I'm calling 3 times, right? So here for that, in the case of transient, so it will create object every time, right? So how many times, it doesn't matter how many times you are calling the service, so it will create always a new object, right? So here you can see the 3 times constructor printed, 3 times transient class constructor called, so it is basically for the 3 times. One thing, I'll do one more thing over here, I just execute this method again, right? So when I do that, you know, there would be a difference. So what should be the difference? There should be no call of this singleton service, because singleton service will reside in the memory, and it will not create an object for a subsequent call, so it will always in the memory, right? So if you see the output, you will see, and there is no singleton service constructor called over here in this time, right? So scoped is there and the transient. So if you see in the transient, these are 3 times, right? So these are the basic difference between this scoped, singleton and transient. So if you have any question, concern, please let me know, and you can, if you like my video, please subscribe, like my channel. That's all. Thank you for watching this video.